Hey guys, it's your girl Carrie, and I hope you all have enjoyed your holiday season. I know I sure have. I've been quite busy, both with spending time with my family and working, but I am just so happy this past season. And today I wanted to share with you some of the unique Christmas gifts that we received. And first I want to start off with this special gift that my husband gave me. And actually it is the best Christmas gift I have ever received. So on Christmas morning I opened up a box and I found this binder in a box, and it said, "From Brian." That's my oldest daughter's handwriting, because my husband's handwriting is horrible. And I guess she put together the binder. Later I found out that my husband, printed up all the materials, and my daughter snuck into the office and took this binder and put this binder together for me. And so basically what this binder is, I opened it up and I saw the words "just forking around." And I kind of thought, I was like, what does that mean, just forking around? When I saw the word fork, I automatically thought dishes. I love dishes, but I said, let me look further. And so I saw all of these tabs. It said agenda, music, hotel, guide. And then the last tab said dining. So I started to think, oh my goodness, what's going on? So let's flip over to the agenda page. Now, it looks like a business meeting occurred in order for me to have this gift. Now, if you know that your gift calls for a meeting, this must be a serious Christmas gift. So at the top it says "just forking around," and it's supposed to take place on December 27th from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. The meeting was called by my husband, and the attendees were supposed to be myself, Reagan, and Taylor. Then it said, "Please read Silverware Guide and Replacement Limited Description." At this very moment, I knew one of my dreams had come true. I was in awe. I was shocked for a moment, and then tears started to pour down my eyes, because my husband planned a trip for me to go to a place that I've always wanted to go to, and that is Replacements Limited. Now, if you've never heard of Replacements Limited is the world's largest place for all things tableware. They have old patterns, new patterns, all of the vintage things that you see me collecting. They have, china, stoneware, silver, stainless steel, collectibles, collector's items, and it's 500,000 square feet of dishes. They have over 12 million pieces of dishes, and I just know I'd be in heaven if I ever stepped foot in this place. Words couldn't describe what I was feeling at that moment. I just thought about, oh my gosh, I'm going to go to a place that's 8 football fields of just dishes. Oh my goodness. So after my girls gave me a cool glass of water and fanned me down, I was able to finish reading my agenda, and it told me to bring some comfortable shoes, a photo ID, and a credit card. And so basically my husband figured out everything that we were going to do. We were going to leave at 5 a.m. in the morning. So from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. my daughter was going to drive us. Then we're going to stop at breakfast, and then get back on the road. And at 10 a.m. we were scheduled to arrive in North Carolina. And from 10 to 6, I was going to be able to just be in heaven looking at all the antique silver pieces that I so love. And then he made scheduled reservations for us to go to dinner and then to check into our hotel. Then he even looked up the nearest pharmacy, because my youngest Ray, she always, finds a way to eat something that she's allergic to or something like that if we needed to run to the pharmacy. And then just a couple of other items he listed at the bottom. And so let's go over to the music tab. So in the music tab, if any of you know me, I am not technologically savvy. It's very hard for me to try to switch over to a new technology. I still love CDs. I like CDs. I don't do all that MP3 and iPhone and all that kind of stuff. Just give me a CD. So my loving husband, made CDs of my favorite songs so that we can just listen for 5 hours while we drove, and he put them into categories. So he made me an old school rap CD. This is a turn up music, music that gets you going. He made me a old school love, R&B love CD. This right here, envelope here, has all my spending money. So they also included spending money for me to buy some of the silver that I so much love. And then there were some bonus CDs in here. This one, I believe this bonus 2 had, you know, just current hits and current trends, not the old school stuff that I love to listen to, but some of the songs that I like now that are current. And then the bonus 3 CD is my white CD, and that's basically all of the white music that I like. And then hotel, this is, you know, had all of our reservations where we were staying and check in and all of that. And I'll just skip that. And over here is a guide. And basically what my husband did was print out the guide, and this was a guide for just their flatware pieces. He said, I printed this out because I don't know what you have in your collection, so I wanted you to go through here ahead of time so you can maybe find some of the things that you might want to buy. And so I flagged off things that I've seen in this guide that I really wanted to purchase. One of the items that I am looking to pick up that I do not have in my silver collection is a sandwich fork. I also want to pick up this little fork right here. This fork is called a toast fork, and it kind of looks like a pitchfork, but it's for piercing and getting toast. I also want to add some vintage silver ice cream forks to my collection. The forks also kind of remind you of sporks. So this is the original spork because it's kind of like a spoon and kind of like a fork. I also want to pick up a ice cream server, and back in the day ice cream was served in blocks, so you would cut it like it was kind of like a cake and then, you know, put it onto a plate. And I've always wanted to get me a vintage ice cream knife or ice cream server. And the final fork in this, you know, guide that I wanted to pick up was a baked potato fork. And basically this is just to spear that baked potato and take it off, you know, the plate and transfer it to your plate. And then in the final section, we had our dining, and that's all of our reservations for, you know, our dinner that evening. Now, as if my trip to the dish store wasn't enough, my husband must have known that my back, feet, and everything else would be aching upon return from my trip. So my hubby got me something else that I've always wanted. He got me a professional grade portable massage table. Oh my gosh, this table is by Sierra Comfort, and it folds in half and it houses everything that you would need for a massage, all of the attachments, and you know, you can just fold it up and tuck it away underneath, you know, a bed or in a closet. It doesn't take up much space, and I am so looking forward to getting many massages. I love a massage. I love visiting the spa, but I can only go but so often. So this will be great. My husband has committed to giving me a weekly massage, and I am also committing Reagan to give me a weekly massage. And this has kicked me into gear to getting my craft room ready, because my craft room is going to be kind of like a craft room slash woman cave slash spa area. And I do want to put my massage table in my woman cave and make it really romantic with candlelights and things like that. So I just cannot wait to get that project underway. But you know, that's going to be a while because my craft room is a hot mess. And you know, in the meantime, I do not want to waste one moment from a massage, so I'm just going to set up the massage table in our home gym right now and then transfer it over to my woman cave once, you know, that's all set up. And my girls gave me some massage table accessories, so they picked up this really nice plush spa robe and they got it embroidered. They put on my logo, a Very Carey logo embroidered onto my spa robe. I thought that was adorable. And the girls also picked me up a large spa towel, and they also got that embroidered with my Very Carey logo. And that'll go perfect because my woman cave slash craft room is right off the bathroom, and that bathroom is perfect for showers. It has a bench in it where you can just kind of sit and let the water, you know, fall on you. So I just cannot wait to have my spa slash craft room slash woman cave all set up. I wanted to share what my husband picked up for me for my birthday. So He asked me, "Hey, Carrie, I bet you don't know what this fork is. I bet you've never seen one of these." And I squealed and laughed. I said, "Yes, I do. It's a sardine fork." And he said, "No." I said, "Yes, it is. Don't try to play me. I know my silverware. And this right here, my friend, is a sardine fork." He said, "No." I said, "Well, what is it then? You tell me." And he said it was a bacon fork. BACON, bacon. I said, "Bacon fork? How is this a bacon fork? I never heard of a bacon fork." So I actually went, Googled it, looked it up, and sure enough, there was a bacon fork. And what I found out, the difference between a sardine fork and a bacon fork is the number of tines. So a bacon fork has 7 tines, sardine fork has 6 tines. So I was so happy, and I read about the history of the bacon fork, and it was not in production that long, so it was kind of like a rare piece. And so I'm so happy to have this sterling silver bacon fork in my collection, and you best believe this bacon fork will be on my table this coming Easter. So I can't wait to pull this out and have a fancy little Easter brunch or Easter dinner using my bacon fork to pierce and pick up our meats. Now, another cute little item that I received for my birthday, and this was from my mom. I had told her I wanted this brass vintage stamp holder, and I wanted to put this vintage stamp holder on my new made over Goodwill writing desk. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it in the description box below. But I made over my writing desk, and I absolutely love that space. And I want to add this piece to my desk. Now, another item I received for Christmas that I really wanted, my dad picked this up for me. Actually, I ended up with 2 of these. My mom picked up one and my dad picked up one. I forgot, I told both of them I needed a new griddle. Now, what's unique about this griddle, I don't know, you guys may have seen this, I've never seen it before, is that this griddle has a removable plate. So the plate here that's on top of the griddle, you can take that off and actually stick it into the dishwasher. So it is dishwasher safe, so you don't have to wash it down. You just pull off the top of the griddle, and you can also pull out the, hot liquids where catch the drips for any of the fats and things like that, and you can also put that in the dishwasher. And I thought that was a great feature because I have never seen that before. The only feature this griddle is missing is that warming pan. You can pull out the warming pan if you're cooking pancakes or something, keep that warm while you're cooking other things. The one that my mom picked up for me has that warming pan feature, so I guess you have the best of both worlds. I don't know which one I am going to enjoy better because I haven't tried either one of them yet. Another fun and unique gift that I thought was really cute that I received is a touch up and go travel iron. It looks like a flat iron, but it's for your clothes. It's just a mini iron, and you put your clothes in, in that, part where the 2 hot plates are, and you close them and you kind of press and pull, kind of almost like you're flat ironing your clothes. And on the inside handle, it has different, settings for synthetics, silk, wool, cotton, and linen. And on the outside of the iron, it has the different settings here where you can change it depending on what type of fabric you have. And I just thought this was really, really cute for a travel iron. Spritz and steam your clothing if you need to get those wrinkles out. And it also came with 2 lint rollers. And then it also came with this heat resistant travel case. So you just put the iron down in there, and then on the back side of the case is where you would stick the water bottle and the lint brush. So I'm going to test this out, and if it works, I'm going to pick up a few so I can give this as gifts next year. I feel really bad even showing you guys these gifts, and even worse telling you what they are for and why I have 2 mom from dad gifts. Basically what 2 mom from dad gifts are is, in the past, my husband and I have been together almost 20 years, and over the 20-year span, my husband absolutely hates people giving him a Christmas list telling them what they want. He says, if you tell me what you want, why don't you just go buy it? That's not a gift. He likes to surprise you with a gift. So a sure way to not get anything you want is to tell my husband what you want. So I am always left up to a complete surprise whenever I get a gift from my husband. Now, most of the time, it's hit or miss. Sometimes I'm very disappointed because I don't want what he gives me. And everyone says, Carrie, but it's just the thought that counts. We all want a husband like yours that would just want to give you a gift. But I wait all year for a gift. I don't want to get a gift from my husband. Now, if it's just a random gift from someone else, I'm very grateful. But I want to get things that I want. So, you know, in true Very Carrie fashion, what I've done every year for like the past 15 years, I will go out and shop for myself. I would just pick up a few inexpensive items and just write to mom from dad and put it under the tree so that I can ensure that I will get something that I like under the tree. I feel really bad I did this year because my husband hit it out of the park. He got me everything that I could ask for and more. So let's go real quickly through my to mom from dad gifts. I got this little bag that says gym bag for tiny workouts, and this could actually fit a set of gym clothes. You can put a pair of socks, roll up a pair of leggings and a t-shirt, and you're ready to go for your workouts. And that is a big goal for me this year in 2016 is getting my workout on. So I thought this was cute. I also found these beautiful copper stem champagne flutes. So I picked up a couple of these and I thought these were really, really nice. As you can see, the little copper stem. I picked up two beautiful teacups in a golden white color that goes along with some of the teaware that I already have. And over here I have these two beautiful wine glasses with the gold Greek key top. And I absolutely love these. I've been looking for these for quite some time. And I needed two more to match the 6 that I already have. And as you would know, I think this was just karma for me buying my own gifts. And my husband gave me something really nice. Look, I broke this one. On my way bringing things down to the room to film, I dropped this one and it broke. So that's a bummer, but I'm still happy because I had some wonderful gifts this year. I thought this lady dish brush was so cute, and basically, it's a lady, and on the back it's a scrub brush. If I can hold it up, you can just wash your dishes with her, and I thought this was super duper cute. And she just sits in a stand. You can take her out of her stand and just sit her right on your counter. So I can't wait to use her. I also picked me up some superpower briefs. And as a child, I thought I was Wonder Woman. I didn't like her. I thought I was Wonder Woman. And I absolutely love Wonder Woman. And so I thought these were perfect. When I saw these in the store, I said, I must have these underwear. So whenever I need that extra boost or that extra boost of confidence, when I think I'm ready to take on the world, I will put on my superpower underwear. Do you guys remember Underoos back in the day? I had the Wonder Woman Underoos. So these are like my adult Wonder Woman Underoos. I also picked up these really cute wine charm tags, and they say party, gulp, clink, cheers, treat yourself, and bottoms up. And I just thought these were really festive and cute. I was able to make it over to the Bath & Body Works sale this past, holiday season when the candles went on sale. Were they $8 or $8.50 each? And I also had a coupon for $10 off on your purchase of $25 or more. I picked up 4 of my favorite Bath & Body Works candles, which is the Marshmallow Fireside. And finally, I picked up this wonderful distressed dark denim tote, and it has the dark brown braided leather accents and detail on it, and I just think this bag is absolutely gorgeous. And this can be, you can carry this around. This can be, a work bag. This can be a overnight, like a weekender bag or anything like that. And I just love, love, love this distressed. Now this fun item I picked up for my daughter and put this in her, kind of like a stocking stuffer, because she's planning on going with some girlfriends out of town on a spring break trip. And I thought these were really, really cute. Basically what they are beach towel stakes. And when you go to the beach, you just kind of clamp those down so your towel won't move or roll up or anything like that. So you just put them on the ends of each corner of the towel. And also you can do the same thing for a picnic if you wanted to keep your picnic blanket down on the ground. And I thought these were really, really adorable, so I picked these up for her. So let me share with you a few things that we picked up for my husband. Now for quite some time he has been hinting that he wanted some more things with his alma mater on it. He is a Morehouse man. He graduated from Morehouse, and he always goes to the homecoming game each year and tailgates and things like that. So he always wants something to wear. So we picked up this nice Letterman's jacket for him. It has the M and the Morehouse on it. And then on the back, it has the huge tiger, the maroon tigers, and the date that the school was established. So he really, really liked that, and he can't wait to wear this coming October for home. We also picked him up some really nice Morehouse cufflinks, and I don't know if you can see that if I zoom in. I don't know if it, if it will adjust and turn out clear, but yeah, it just has the Morehouse name and emblem on it, and he absolutely loved these, and these will go well when he has to wear his shirts, his dress shirts that require cufflinks. And I also picked up a Morehouse lapel pin for him so that he can attach that to his suits. And finally, in the last of the collegiate stuff, I picked up several, patches, the Morehouse College patches. And these are great because you can customize your polo shirts and things like that. So we're going to use this to iron on and have custom polo shirts for him. And we've done this several times. We have our family crest made into a, embroidered patch, and we had all our family reunion shirts embroidered, and I think it's just really cool to just add that little embroidered feel, so he can have him some custom Morehouse polo shirts. Another gadget I picked up for my husband is this portable electronic key finder, and he absolutely needs this. My husband loses his keys every single morning before leaving out for work. Now, I tried to train him to just put his keys in the same spot every day, but he just won't do it. So I think this will be a perfect gift for him so that he can find his keys in the morning. Now, I absolutely love these male-inspired scent cards, or air fresheners, if you will, or it's kind of like the little sachets that women buy to put in their drawers or hang in their closet to have a nice fragrance. Well, this one has male-inspired fragrances, and this one has a lemongrass. I picked up the lemongrass scent, and I like it because on the tag it has the word lemongrass, and it's just a leather card, and it's stamped to have the GC signature scented card, and you can put this in your car, you can put this in your husband's gym bag, you can hang this in his closet, and it will give a light fragrance, a light lemongrass scent, and that's perfect for a man. And I think what I'm going to do is hang a couple of these in my husband's shoe closet to keep his shoe closet nice and fresh, and then I can also put a couple in his gym bag, and I think that will just work out wonderfully. I love, love, love the way these smell, and then I might put a couple in our linen closet. Now, my husband also requested a long-handled shoehorn, the kind that you can just use standing up as opposed to the little short shoehorns if you're sitting down to put your shoe on. And, he thought this would help him out and would help him with the ease of getting his shoe on because, he has experienced some back problems lately. And I thought, wow, can I go and find a fancy shoehorn? I know the Dollar Tree sells the really long, like 36-inch shoehorns, but I I needed something really, really nice for my man. So I found this one. It's made of solid wood, and you know, at the bottom it looks really nice, and at the top it has a silver, really, you know, solid construction silver dog head, and I think this would look really nice in his shoe closet. And finally, what I wanted to share is what I picked up for my husband for his meal system. Now, I would say a lunchbox, but he needs more than a lunchbox. These right here are male-inspired lunch boxes by Hango, and they came 2 in a set, and they also came in this wonderful duster bag. And that's not enough for my husband. I also picked up this really nice canvas and leather strapped book bag. And the reason being is my husband eats all of his meals away from home right now. He is currently, you know, working full-time and also going to school on an accelerated program. So it's pretty much full-time hours in school working on his doctorate or working on his PhD. So he eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner away because once he finished working, he has to go to the university for his classes for school. And so it's been really hard trying to stay on track, and he's been eating out quite a bit because he is not home that often. So I'm trying to figure out how I can put together all of his meals so he can take that with him, so he can stay on track with me and, you know, himself in trying to get healthier for the new year. So I'll be packing his lunch, his dinners, and his snacks, and everything will actually be transported to this, you know, book bag, and he can carry that with him and eat all of his meals accordingly. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed some of the fun and unique things that we received this Christmas. And until the next time, I'm going to keep calm and carry on. Bye, guys.